All right, let's get started. Like I said, today we're going to do a bit of energy medicine stuff. Some of the energy medicine stuff we've already done. So Donna Eden's energy routine, the first thing she does is the four thumps. We've done the four thumps before. It's on my website. I'll just go through it quickly. It's something that I've been trying to encourage you guys to do for a while now to do. And if you do it every morning, it takes 5 minutes at most, and I think you'll really see a difference. Obviously, the energy routine covers even more, and I think is also extremely beneficial. But so to review the four thumps, the first thump is the bone under your eyes. You just want to put your feet firmly on the ground. Doesn't matter if you're sitting or standing. And then you want to just tap the bone under your eyes. Not real hard, just hard enough that you can feel the vibrations. Close your eyes. Feel those vibrations moving out from the eye socket, through the skull, to the spine, down the spine, the ribs, the hips, the legs, down into the feet, and out the feet into the ground. And just with most of the energy medicine stuff, we're going to breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. A little different from QiGong. So just relax, breathe into it, and just feel that grounding sensation, which is what this first thump is for. The second thump is for your energetic system. We're going to stimulate the kidney 27 points. So if you follow your collarbone basically to the end, and then you come down about an inch, you're going to find there's a little depression on either side here. Stick your fingers in there. Generally, if it's not sensitive, you haven't found it. You want to move around a little bit till you find an area that's a little sensitive, and then you can just stick your fingers in there, turn little circles. I prefer to massage it rather than thump it. And again, just breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. If you want more explanation on the four thumps, it's the first handout on my website. And then the third thump is what they call the thymus point. This is for your immune system. And we're going to be doing more of this when we do better breathing. But for now, just go ahead and tap on about the center of your sternum, maybe slightly higher. Technically, the point would be if you followed your sternum down, you'll see about a third of the way down, there's a little depression there. That's technically the point, but by thumping, you're sending those vibrations all through the area, and so you're covering the area with no difficulty. And again, just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just as in QiGong, it's purging, and that's what we're doing here. Getting all our systems in order. And then the last of the four thumps are what they call the neurolymphatic points, following the bra line. Just stick your fingers in there. You can tap them. But where you notice they're tight, where they're sore, stay there for a little longer and work it out. You can either massage or tap. Just kind of get in there, move that lymph so your lymph system properly drains. And then go down at a 45-degree angle from the sternum. And the same idea here, find where it's sensitive. If it's sensitive, just stay there a little bit longer. And then I actually add one more point to Donna's four thumps for the neurolymphatics, and it is an additional neurolymphatic point. If you go to your armpit Drop down about an inch or so to about there. You're going to notice there's a really sensitive spot. Just about everybody says ow when they push in here, and just massage that out. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice, deep, long inhalation and exhalation. And switch to the opposite side. Good. That's the 4 thumbs. So you can see that's kind of easy to do every morning, really effective. Hopefully you'll try it. The next thing she has in her daily energy routine is called the crossover shoulder pull. And all of these are pretty simple. On the crossover shoulder pull, let's start. I'm going to mirror you. So you're going to take your left hand, put it to your right shoulder, put it slightly behind the shoulder. There's a little notch there. Just sink your finger in there. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, drag your hand all the way across down to the hip and out. And then switch. Let's do it one more time each side. Good. The next is the cross crawl. We've talked about the cross crawl before. What you might want to do just for the fun of it is you can do these standing or sitting. If you're going to do it standing, here's a little trick just to see how effective it is. Try to balance on one foot and notice how wobbly you are or not. Okay? Just do that briefly. Now the cross crawl, we're trying to get the energies to cross over. A lot of people have the energies flowing straight up and down. And that's really not what we want to see. We want to see left brain, right brain connection. We want to see the energies crossing over. Very often when I'm doing acupressure, for example, somebody will complain of an issue on the right side, and it's the acupressure point on the left side that kind of helps it. So crossing over is really important. So all it is, and there are a couple of different ways you can do it. You do whatever's comfortable. You're going to lift your leg as you touch with the opposite arm. So you're just going to kind of march in place. You can do it this way. I like to even come a little further across with my elbow. If you're capable of doing that, that's fine. If you're not, you can even just do like that. Do whatever feels good. But you got to make that hand contact with the knee or the elbow contact. And you do this about 15 times or so, each side. And then go ahead and try to balance again. And hopefully you notice now you're a lot more stable. So you're touching the knee, not coming across to the shoulder. I see some people still going. It's down to the knee. Yes, good. Okay. And hopefully you found that it helps your balance, but more importantly, it gets the energies to flow across the body. The next one's called the Wayne Cook. There are a couple of different ways to do the Wayne Cook. Seated is the traditional way. The non-traditional way is you put your arms out. Let's see if I can do it this way. Cross them over and then turn so the palms are facing each other. Intertwine your fingers, pull them into your heart, and just breathe. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Or just do this as long as feels comfortable. I'm not going to do it for very long because then I'm going to show you the alternate, which is the more traditional one. Breathe out and just let it drop. Then switch. So before I had it cross the other way, this time I'm going to bring it in this way and do it again. So that way the different arm is on the outside. And then you drop. Now there's a second part to this, but let me show you the alternate for the first part, because the second part is the same. The more traditional one is you do seated. I'll mirror you. So you go ahead and put your left leg on your right knee. Wait for everybody to get settled. Good. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach and grab the ankle with your right hand. Your left hand comes across and grabs the bottom of your foot. So it's completely across the bottom of the foot. As I breathe in, I'm going to pull the leg up a little bit. As I breathe out through my mouth, I'm going to relax. So I breathe in. One more time. Good, and switch. Cross over. Breathe in. One more. Now, it doesn't matter which of the two that you start with, whether it was the crossing or with the feet. Then what you do is you make like a pyramid with your fingers and thumbs. So you connect up your fingers. The thumb put right between your eyes, basically just above your eyes. And just breathe in. Try to feel the energy flowing from the thumbs into that point. Then drag your thumbs across your eyebrows. Take your fingers, put them at the center line of your forehead. Exhale, drag them across, down, and throw it away. That's the Wayne Cook posture. The next posture, and sorry, I keep forgetting. My memory's not what it used to be. Crown pull. Crown pull leaves off essentially where we just finished. What you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers, start at the center of your forehead, breathe in, push your fingers in, not real hard, just enough to make nice solid contact. Breathe out, drag it all the way to the temples. Then the next one, you're going to just do a little higher. Same thing. Breathe in, get the fingertips in, breathe out, all the way down to the ears. And just keep working your way back. And the last one, just go ahead, put your fingers on the shoulders again. Nice deep breath in, deep breath out, and throw it off and relax. Good. Crown pull is great for organizing your thoughts, clearing your thoughts. Then here's one that obviously she's taken right from QiGong. Connecting heaven and earth. We've done that plenty of times. Connecting in heaven and earth. She does a little bit differently, but it's essentially the same as the QiGong. Start with your hands basically grabbing just above, you're grabbing your leg just above the knee. Take a nice deep breath in, out, blow out. Then as you breathe in, come up to prayer position. Breathe in, breathe out. One hand goes up, the other hand goes down. Palm facing up on the upper hand, palm facing down on the lower hand, pushing away. And then what she does is she comes back to prayer position. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more time. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now, obviously, I like some of our variations in QiGong a little better than that, but that's real nice and simple. Next thing is just let yourself drop over. And each time you exhale, see if you can just drop a little bit lower. Just let your body relax. Don't lock out the knees, but you're going to feel some tension on the back of the legs. That's fine. Now, again, in terms of getting the energy to cross over, we're going to make figure eights. And we're just going to come up the body, making figure eights, crossing the energies over. Bring it up the body, over the top of the head. Turn palms out, breathe out, slowly lower the arms down. Good. Two more. This one's a great one for protecting yourself from external energies, locking in the energy that you have. And it's called the zip up. Again, there are different variations on it. The simplest one is just put your hand down about your pelvic area. And what you're going to do is you're going to be following the conception vessel. And you're going to be bringing that energy up all the way to the mouth. Use the other hand. Imagine you've got a lock and key. Lock it, throw it away. Now, some people like to do both. They'll come up over the top of the head with the other, lock, throw away. That way you're getting the governing vessel and the conception vessel. But the idea is you're sealing in your energies. And then you're throwing the key away. And then the final one is what we call, or Donna Eden calls, the hookup. The hookup really is very nice energetically. What you want to do is with your middle finger, generally is the best. You're going to take the middle finger of one hand, doesn't really matter which, and basically stick it in your belly button. The other middle finger goes where your third eye is, between your eyebrows. Breathe in and push in and pull up. And then relax and blow out. And you can do that as many times as you feel comfortable. And then just relax. And that's her daily energy routine. Should take about 10-15 minutes to do. And it covers basically all of the body systems. And I think The challenge is to do it for 28 days, and at the end of 28 days, you should see some real differences in your health, in your thinking, so on and so forth. So let's get rid of that. So then she's doing, and I gave you the link to better breathing. She's doing a couple of exercises to help with breath. And of course, with COVID and so on, we want to keep our lungs as healthy as possible. So she goes through a couple of exercises. Some we've already done. The first one, thymus thump, is the first of her breathing exercises. Okay. Second one is tracing the meridian of the lung meridian. And we're going to talk about tracing also the triple warmer, and I'll talk about that in a couple minutes, a little differently. Here, we want to stimulate the lung meridian. So the lung meridian runs from about here on the chest, comes up to the shoulder, comes down the arm, goes to the thumb, and goes off. So in order to get this meridian open and flowing, what we're going to do is we're going to trace it one time, just making sure I'm right, one time backwards, and then 3 times forwards. The idea here is if there's a blockage and you keep pushing, nothing's going to happen. So you want to take it one direction, and then you take it the other direction and get it going. So first we're going to go backwards. So remember, it starts here. So we're going to start at the thumb, whole hand, drag it up the arm, up the shoulder, around to the chest, throw it off. Now we're going to go 3 times the correct direction. So we're going to start at lung 1, come over the shoulder, down the arm, take it off the thumb, and throw it away. Twice more. Breathe in, breathe out. And let's do the opposite side. So remember, we're starting at the thumb. We're going up, over to lung 1, breathe out, throw it away. Then starting at lung 1, once, twice, 3 times. And that's stimulating the lung meridian for better respiration and for the better immune system. Then what she recommends is massaging basically the entire sternum. You can tap it, or you can stick your fingers in and massage it. The idea here is you're stimulating that entire area. This also gets the lymph draining and moving. So it's good for immune or respiration and for lymph. Then we've identified where lung 1 is. Lung 1 basically is in the front of the top of your pec muscle, pectoris muscle. You're going to just stick your finger in there. It's going to be a little sore. Just go ahead and massage that. Stimulate that point. Making nice big circles here. You don't have to worry about exactly hitting the site. You'll feel it. And then switch. Stimulate the opposite side. Good. Now we're going to do a neck stretch, again stimulating the different meridians. So here what we're going to do, gotta figure out, okay. So you start with your fingers just below the jaw bone here, about center line. You're going to breathe in, get the fingers, push the fingers in, breathe out as you pull to the chin and to the ear. then you're going to put your hand that came to the ear just behind the ear. This is now a triple warmer point. You're going to then bring your hand and stretch all along the neck, bring it down, and then bring both hands over the heart. And then we'll switch. So we push along the jawbone here. Place the one hand behind the ear slightly. The other hand drags down the neck. Breathing out all the way down to the heart. And both hands go over the heart. Breathe in and breathe out. And just relax. Good. Then here's another one that it's really kind of interesting, and it's more probably for digestion, but it is also for respiration and so on. You can see she covers lots of different things, which makes it kind of interesting. It's similar to what we're doing with spinal cord breathing, but simpler. You're going to take your hands, put them just above your knees, nice flat back, and just breathe in, breathe out. Now, as you breathe in, pull in your stomach, round your back up, and then breathe out opposite. I even stick my hips out a bit like I do with spinal cord breathing. Also very similar to cat-cow in yoga. Really make sure to pull your stomach in and then push your stomach out. You can see that's massaging the organs, stimulating digestion. And then the final thing she does in her routine, which we've done many times, just go ahead and take your hands, put it over your lungs, and try to breathe that energy in. You remember, we've got a point here in the palm. If you take your finger and bring it down, that's about right where the point is. So it's called a Lao Gung point. That's where the energy comes out of your hands. Just place your hands over the lungs. You can put them so they're a couple of inches away, or you can put them right on your body, doesn't matter. Adding a little bit to what she does, 5-element theory. Picture white light coming out of your palms, filling your lungs with that white, warm, loving energy. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, as we clear the lungs of any darkness, any stagnation. And this is not part of Donna Eden's, it's part of QiGong. Let's do the lung sound as we breathe out. Remember, there are two lung sounds. There's the vocal and the subvocal. The vocal sound is more physical, works more on a physical level. Subvocal works more on a mental level. So the vocal sound, we're going to do that 3 times, is Z's, like zzz. The subvocal sound is like S's, but you say it very, very quietly to yourself. So let's try that. We'll do first the vocal, and just feel the vibrations going into the lungs. Feel your lungs vibrating with that energy. So breathe in. Now subvocal, very quietly, sotto voce. I'll make it a little louder. And just relax. Feel that energy flowing from your palms into your lungs. Feel your lungs vibrating with all of that energy. Picture your lungs vibrant with light, white light, completely filling the lungs. And let's do a QiGong move. Rooster spreads its wings. We're going to make bird's beak. So we're going to take our hands, put the fingers to the thumb, both hands, put them where lung 1 is. And we're going to rotate around, stimulating those points. Put the hands on your chest. So we take those and we put them right on our chest. And then just turn the elbows. So the hands aren't moving, and your hands stay on your body. And reverse. Good. One more move from QiGong. Let your hands drop. Let's do the first movement from the 8 brocade. We're going to interlace our fingers. We're going to breathe in as the hands come up, rotate over your face, palms up, follow with your eyes, your hands, so that they end up slightly behind you, looking up, then hold your breath, look forward, breathe out, drop down. Let's do that again. So breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. And one more move, just to get us more settled, bringing down the heavens. So feel that energy as you scoop that energy up, breathing in, breathe out, push it down your body. Let's do that twice more. So breathe in, feel the weight of that energy as you're lifting it up towards the heavens. And then pushing down from the top of the head, down the torso, down the legs, deep into the ground. Last time. Good. Now I wanted to talk a bit about the triple warmer. The triple warmer is a meridian that runs from the ring finger to just over the eye. So it would come up the arm, shoulder, back of the neck, over the ear, and to just above the eye. The triple warmer is also known as the San Yao meridian, or the triple heater, triple energizer. It's got a bunch of different names, all basically the same thing. That's your fight or flight impulse. When we were in ancient times, we lived in caves and so on. If an animal came into your cave, you needed that burst of energy, that burst of hormones and the thought process to decide, am I going to stay and fight, or am I going to run? Am I going to flee? And so those stresses stimulated that meridian to do that. The problem is nowadays there are so many stresses in our lives that the triple warmer meridian is overstimulated. It's very rare that there's ever a reason for us to stimulate that meridian. What we want to do more often than not is sedate it, to calm it. So there are a couple of different things that we can do to calm it. It also very often works with the spleen meridian, because the spleen meridian has to do with our immune system more than others. And the triple warmer is kind of an odd meridian in that it does have a pathway, but it also leaves that pathway, and it gathers energy not only from your energetic field, but from every other meridian in your body except the heart meridian. And so if it starts to get overstimulated and starts to take energy away from the meridians, especially the spleen meridian that has to do with your immune system, your immunity starts to drop and you start to get sick. So very often what we want to do is we want to combine sedating the triple warmer and stimulating the spleen meridian. So that's what we're going to do, a couple of things. The adrenal glands, by the way, obviously, if you think about it, are connected to the triple warmer. And that's why you very often hear about adrenal burnout. You've been overstressed and your adrenals are just working too hard. The triple warmer is overstimulated and you start to have problems with your adrenal glands. So for triple warmer sedation, the one that I learned originally is almost exactly what we did with the lung meridian, but just the opposite. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the meridian 3 times backwards, 1 time forwards, then 3 times backwards again, trying to open that up and calm it down, get the energy to flow properly, but calmly, smoothly. So if you remember, we said it went from your ring finger up the arm. So we're going to start, and it doesn't matter which hand you use. You're going to start, well, it does, sorry. You're going to start over the eye. Use your whole hand. This way you don't miss the meridian. You're just going to trace across the forehead, over the ear, behind the ear, down the neck, down the shoulder. Make sure grab that elbow as you go down, come down the arm, out the ring finger, and out. Do that 3 times. Breathe out as you force it out. 2, 3. Now we come up. We start with the ring finger, breathing in and out. And then we again 3 times, opposite. And switch, got to do both sides. So we're going to start again at the eye, over the ear, down the neck, the shoulder. Make sure to grab the elbow, come down to the ring finger, off. And now we come up once, kind of backwashing the system. And then 3 times. So that's the simple way that I learned originally. Since then, there have been a number of others that have come out. The one that, I'm not going to go through them all. I have put them up on the website. You can take a look at them. If you have any questions, give me a call. The one that I really want to show you is balancing triple warmer and spleen. Or actually, yeah, there's 2 of them. There's one that we've just done, and then you go through that with the triple warmer, except you just go backwards 3 times. Then you go down to the big toe, and you follow up the inside of the leg, up the torso, up to the armpit, down about 6 inches and throw it off. And you do that 3 times. That's stimulating the spleen meridian. And we'll do the opposite side. Good. So by doing the 2 that we've just done, you can combine them. The other one that's really nice is you can just do a hug. And this obviously, anytime you feel stressed, you can do this. It's really quite nice. What you're going to do, and you can mirror me, I'll mirror you, sorry, is you're going to take your right hand, put it under your arm, about 6 inches under your armpit. Then with your right hand, put it all the way over the elbow. Just breathe in, breathe out. So you're activating spleen 21, triple warmer 10, balancing them out. Remember to breathe out through the mouth. And switch. So the other hand goes under the armpit, just drop down a little bit from the armpit, so you're about 6 inches below. Grab the elbow. And obviously you can do this at a meeting. Nobody's ever going to know what you're doing. Good. One more that I want to mention. There is a technique called the emotional freedom technique, or EFT. It's tapping different points while you say an affirmation. It's been shown to be extremely effective, especially, for both physical and psychological issues. But one of the points that they use is called the gamut point. And the gamut point is between the knuckles of the ring finger and your pinky. And all you do is you're going to put your hand over your heart and tap right into that groove there between the pinky and the ring finger. Just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then switch. Good. Like I say, there's some other ones that you can take a look at. There's a little better description of what I've been talking about on the handouts section of the website. That's all having to do with triple warmer sedation. Let's do a couple of very calming QiGong moves. So if you go into the Wuji stance, feet shoulder width apart, feet pointing more or less straight forward, but what you're comfortable with. Slight bend to the knees, so we're not locking them out. Some people refer to it as having your knees soft. Hips come forward a little bit, so you have a nice flat back. Feel like the top of your head is being lifted upward. Nice, straight, long spine. Tuck the chin in just a little bit. Relax the shoulders, let them drop down. Let your hands come slightly in front of you and just hang. As the Chinese say, like ribbons of silk. Let's do opening the flow. So we're just going to let our arms drift up. It's going to be like if you were being lifted up by your wrist. Comes up not even quite shoulder height, and it's going to drift back down. So as you breathe in, they come up. As you breathe out, they go down. Let's see if you can just get the breath to control the movement. The slower you can get this to go, the better. The hands are right in front of you, not off to the side. Now as your hands come up, put a little weight into your toes. So So you shift forward. And as they go down, shift back into your heels. So you rock a little bit. The idea here is that you're moving very slowly with the breath. You're putting no effort into lifting the arms. The hands are just kind of along for the ride. Just get into the flow here, to the point where the arms just seem to float up all on their own, and then just settle back down. I always like to use the visual. If you had a piece of string tied to your wrists and a cork at the end of each string, and you're in the water, and the cork pulls your arms up, and somebody cuts that string and they just settle back down. Nice and easy. Let's go into Kuan Yin Paints the Rainbow. So I'll just turn to the side so it's a little easier to see. Let your left hand come up. Leave your right hand down. Left hand comes up, around, scoops up energy, comes around to the front, and then lifts the right hand, and then they both palm down, drop back down. Then the opposite hand, the right hand comes around. Breathe in as you're gathering the energy. Breathe out as they drop back down. And again, do it as effortless as possible. Try to feel the gathering of the energy. Feel the air or the energetic field between your fingers as you gather it. Feel the weight of that energy as you lift it up and as it forces that other hand up, and then they both settle down. Good. One more time on each side. And leave the hands pointing down. Just stand there for a moment. See if you can feel that connection to the earth. As you breathe out, feel the energy leaving the Lao Gong points and your palms going down deep into the earth. And then as you breathe in, you're gathering the energy from the earth up through the palms, up your arms, into your torso, spreading out throughout your body. And let's just do some lazy Zen circles. So starting with the left hand, just bring it around. Let the right hand just drop. Wider stance, shifting of the weight. Imagine there's water here and running my hand across the surface of the water. Then steam from the water causes my hand to float upward, and then it settles back down. Breathe in as you go up. Breathe out as you come down. One more time, and then we're going to switch. So remember to change. Your weight goes back. Now the other hand comes forward. Just let it float. Close your eyes if you like. Just try to feel that sensation. running your hand across the surface of the water and then floating up. Feel the energy in your palm, in your fingertips. One more time. Come down, step in, almost together. Right hand goes below the lower dantian, just below your belly button, about 2 inches below. Dantian being one of the 3 energy centers. We're going to do what's called centering. We're going to try and balance the 3 energy centers. And again, this is using the triple warmer meridian. So the right hand, palm up, scoops up the energy as you breathe in. Then the thumb and first finger separate. Thumb points towards the center line of your body. As you breathe out, it comes down the body. And when we get to the bottom, we switch. Breathe in, breathe out. Now the opening between the thumb and the first finger is called the tiger's mouth. Close your eyes and see if you can feel the energy coming out of that gap, that tiger's mouth, as the hand comes straight down the center line of your body, balancing the 3 meridians. At your third eye, the upper meridian, at the heart, the middle meridian. I'm sorry, not meridian, dantian, the upper, middle, and then lower. Just imagine it's like a pole that you're polishing. One more time. And have one hand over the other. The thumb basically is at your belly button. That puts your palm about 2 inches below the belly button. Take the other hand, it doesn't matter which, do whichever feels comfortable. And put that other palm over that hand. You can either grab at the wrist or you can interlace at the thumbs. So one palm is over the other. Now imagine the lower dantian is this little pearl about 2 inches inside your body. Try to visualize white light coming out of the palms, being absorbed by that pearl. Picture that pearl getting brighter, whiter. Try to feel the energy, the heat, the warmth filling that area. And as that energy goes into the pearl's energy grows. It spirals down your legs, up your torso. Put your feet as close together. Let your body relax. Let it rock and sway. Bamboo in the wind. I think I mentioned last time, there's an article on the blog about how if you're going to do one posture, this is probably the most powerful posture you can do. Just let that energy move you as it spirals throughout your body, removing any darkness, any stagnation. Removing blockages. Removing negative thoughts and emotions as every part of your body gets filled with this warm, loving light. Now let the energy expand beyond your physical body. Picture an energetic, protective cocoon surrounding you, above you, below you, all around you, as you float weightlessly, in this cocoon. Bring your awareness to what it feels like to be safe, to be healthy, to be at peace. Take a deep breath, gather those feelings, and take them with you for the rest of the day. Thank you.